Okay, we have a 2020 Honda Recon. Just bought it new this year. This video is about how do I install my winch on it. These things I don't think were made for a winch. I couldn't find any brackets or anything. The winch I have mounted, you guys probably know, a 2500 Badlands from Harbor Freight. Coupon, I got it for 50 bucks. Good price. Comes with the remote. Works good. Alright, so how I did it is I went to the junkyard, got a piece of scrap steel. So, get up underneath here. This is where my paint job's terrible, but no one sees it and it'll be muddy anyway. But this is where your 2020 model sticker will be. I melted off, I welded this plate on. So this plate I just got from the junkyard, cut it. You don't have to weld it. I cut it long enough to where I could put U-bolts in and bolt it in, but I wanted more of a permanent solution. So you could do a U-bolt here and U-bolt here and do it on each side and mount it that way. I preferred to weld it, so I welded mine in. Let's take a look at it all around. Of course, I used a drill bit, and I marked the holes in the winch with a marker, drill them out. You see the bolt there. Same thing on this side, you would have a sticker here, but I don't care about it. I'm keeping this ATV forever. I have the manual, so not really worried about it. Welded it on, and bolted in the front. Now, the tricky part was getting this to fit here, getting this to mount. So when I initially bought the winch, I had planned on using the $5 Harbor Freight mount, which this is what it is. I have this all hacked up because I initially planned on using it. This would have been square corners here, and then there would have been a bent lip that comes up this way to mount this. Well, I cut that off and I welded it back behind here. I'll see if I can get a good video of it. So there's that piece I'm talking about. There it is. See the bolt there? The bolt on that side. I welded it to the frame on either side. Works good. I've pulled vertical poles on it. I hooked it up to a tree and it pulled the front end right off the ground even with me on it. So it's been holding really nicely. Try to go slow because you're trying to see what I did. But that piece was mounted right here in a vertical position. I just cut it off and used it. And then as far as the plastics go, you just have to trim it out to fit. Maybe you can see from my mistakes and you can make a little better trim job. So nice and slow, see what I did. You will have to trim the upper and the lower piece. You can see you didn't have to cut down as far as I did. You only had to cut that little bit up there on each side, and it'll all bolt back together. Very simple, works, functional. I tested it out before I made this video, and it functions quite well. Any questions, I'll try to answer it, but like I said, went to my junkyard, got a piece of steel. Oh, I painted it while it was on the machine. But of course, if you weld it, you're gonna have to grind the paint off the frame. So I etched prime, all bare metal, and then painted it with the etched primer, and then I painted it black, and turned out all right. Looks good, it won't rust. Anywhere you nick the frame, make sure you get the etched primer on there, so it won't turn to rust. It'll coat that bare metal. Works good. $50 winch, Harbor Freight. If you don't have a welder, make sure you use U-bolts and bolt that to the frame. You could also possibly do that with this up here with the holes that are already in there, but like I said, I chose to weld it. Don't plan on selling the quad. I want it to be permanent and fixed there. No reason for me to take it off. But One more look at the plastics. Another look at this bracket here. All right, and then might as well show you a little bit of the wiring. So here it is on the side. Here's the winch. Got your positive, your negative. Got these cool little protective little boots. Negative, positive, run it up. Here's the short end. Here is the motor connection. I believe this has to do with the wireless remote. There's two little brackets up here that I mounted it to. Like, worked out perfectly. Then I ran the power wires out the back, up into here along the frame, zip tied it. It runs out here. It runs up along in the frame here, up until underneath the seat. So runs along the frame, got it zip tied there, goes down below this frame and up into this hole. So if you buy the Badland winch, put my negative there. It comes with a relay. Got my relay right here and with the belt tightened so it don't move or touch anything else. Right my positive over here. Called it a day. It's really quite simple. Took me a little bit. I mean, you have to get some supplies, just plan it out, and it's actually really simple. Take your time and it'll turn out all right. Hope this helps somebody, because I couldn't find any other way to do it. If you have any negative remarks on my weld jobs or anything else, keep it to yourself. Maybe you're a better welder and maybe yours will look better. So that's it. Thanks.